Welcome back, and we begin this morning with politics from Anambra State, to be precise, as the chairman, Board of Trustees of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, Mr. Chekwas Okorie, is asking the National Working Committee of the party to activate its disciplinary committee to sanction Governor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State and others for alleged anti-party activities. The APGA Board of Trustees chairman made the call at a news conference in Abuja, describing as repeated efforts by chieftains of the party to rein in on Governor Soludo to give peace a chance in the party. Mr. Okorie warns that nobody within or outside the party would be allowed to destroy APGA.
When the Supreme Court of Nigeria delivered an unambiguous and decisive judgment on the APGA leadership dispute, which affirmed Chief Edo State as the national chairman of APGA, every reasonable Nigerian expected that the protracted leadership dispute in APGA would cease finally, following the general rule that there must be an end to litigation. In spite of all entreaties to Governor Soludo to give peace a chance, to allow APGA to live out its full potential and promise, he remained recalcitrant. It is on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, that I advise the National Working Committee of APGA to activate without delay the party's disciplinary machinery. I strongly advise that the party's disciplinary measures must include, but not limited to, Professor Chukwuma Soludo. The sanctity of the supremacy of the political party in party democracies all over the world must be sustained and maintained.
And more politics now. The Edo State governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Asue Igbodalu, is assuring residents of the state that he will make use of the marine economy and natural resources to improve their quality of life. The PDP candidate, who stated this during his campaign in Esako East and central local government areas of the state, says the local government have loads of potential to attract tourism. Now, the Arewa Consultative Forum is alleging that those calling for the restructuring of the country and the amendment of the constitution are plotting to harm Nigeria's northern region. Chairman of the forum's Board of Trustees, Mr. Bashir Dalhatu, stated this during a meeting of the forum in Kaduna. However, Mr. Dalhatu maintains that the northern region is not against the review of the constitution. Africa, according to President Bola Tinubu, holds vast opportunities for investment, growth, and development within its vibrant population, productive economy, and natural resources. Speaking at a bilateral meeting with the Chinese Premier Li Keqiang in Beijing, China, President Tinubu commended the role of the Forum on China-Africa cooperation in advancing partnerships between Africa and China for mutual development and prosperity.
Share a very common denominator, which is investment and development, to ensure China and African relationship is encouraged. For me, as a Nigerian, and equally as the chairman of the ECOWAS, I'm happy that the strategic partnership being promoted is acceptable to both sides. And this is the only way to go. Africa is a huge opportunity for economic development. As a great people, are willing to partner for progress and development. What is lacking will be the focus of the FOCAC and the areas that we can collaborate to make the relationship mutually beneficial to all of us.
And back home, the National Association of Nigerian Students has dissociated itself from the planned nationwide protests slated to hold on September the 15th against the latest petrol price hike. In a statement signed by the Senate President of NANS, Akintaye, the student group described the information as false and a rumor. The Senate President of NANS in the statement further describes the information as baseless that does not represent the position of NANS. He, however, calls on security agencies to launch a thorough investigation into the source of this misinformation. Now, the Trade Union Congress TUC has expressed shock over the latest hike in the pump price of petrol and is demanding its immediate reversal by the federal government. The TUC, in a statement by its president, Mr. Festus Osifo, contended that the sudden hike in fuel price and electricity costs will exacerbate the poverty levels and worsen the suffering and hardships of Nigerians across the country and may even trigger social unrest. The TUC is thereby urging the government to rescind recent policies that have stifled the poor and promote reforms that will strengthen the naira and alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians. And to the north now, no fewer than 7 persons have been confirmed dead and some others injured in what is seen as a resurgence of terror attacks in Boko's local government area of Plateau State. In a press statement signed by its chairman, Mr. Farmasamsum Fudang, the Boko's Cultural Development Council, BCDC Vanguard, expressed sadness over the resurgence of deadly attacks by terrorists, which targets, according to them, ethnic minorities in their local government, and despite the peace agreements brokered by the Nigerian military. According to the group, the latest attack in Darfur, which occurred on Tuesday night, was perpetrated against residents in a commercial area not far from a military base and left at least 7 people dead. The group, however, expressed its appreciation to the Special Task Force Operation Safe Haven for responding to the attack, while calling for an investigation into the role of some security personnel manning the nearby base in Darfur. An Abuja High Court has declined the request by organizers of the #EndBadGovernance protest to vacate an order which restricted them to the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja for the purpose of staging their protest. At the resumed proceedings, Justice Silvanus Orji had requested explanations from counsel to the FCT Minister, George Ibrahim, on whether or not the suit still had life, in view of the fact that the August the 1st to the 10th protest had come and gone. The counsel to the FCT Minister, in his response, informed the trial judge of a letter written to the FCT Minister by the protesters, where they asserted that the protest may last longer than August the 10th. He also drew the attention of the court to fresh processes filed by Omoyele Sowore and 3 others, where he alleged that they were still in the mood for another round of protests. And in business, air cargo demand has jumped by 13.6% in July compared to the same period in 2023, marking the 8th consecutive month of double-digit growth. And that's according to latest data by the International Air Transport Association, IATA. African Airlines saw a 6.2% increase in air cargo demand, the lowest among all regions and their lowest for the year 2024. Despite this, global capacity grew by 8.3%, mainly due to a 12.8% rise in international belly capacity. IATA's Director General, Willie Walsh, points out that air cargo is benefiting from strong global trade, booming e-commerce, and challenges in maritime shipping. He therefore expects demand to remain strong as the peak season approaches. And outside our shores, sadly, 4 people have died and 9 others are injured after a gunman opened fire Appalachia High School in the U.S. state of Georgia, and one person has been arrested, authorities confirm. Police say students are being reunited with their families after the evil attack. The school is located about 45 miles northeast of the state capital, Atlanta. U.S. President Joe Biden says he is mourning the deaths of those whose lives were cut short due to more senseless gun violence. And in sports, Nigeria international Victor Osim will receive $6 million net seasonal salary at Galatasaray following his season-long loan to the Turkish Super Eagles club from Napoli. The Turkish club disclosed this on Wednesday in an official statement announcing the deal for the current reigning African Footballer of the Year. And this means that the Super Eagles of Nigeria striker will be earning around £115,000 a week after tax during his one-year stay in Turkey. And congratulations to Victor Osim, and of course a good reward for being African Footballer of the Year.